Hi Pisces, welcome to Earth, Wisdom, Fire Tarot. This is going to be your reading for May. Well, they're timeless, but I'm doing it in early May 2020. And these readings feel big. They feel like major shifts in your life. So whenever this resonates for you, just take from it what works for you. So this could be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I'm going to look at the situation. So this could be for any part of your life, love, work, relationships, family, whatever. It could also I'm going to look at the situation and then the challenges, the opportunities, and the next steps are what you can expect. Thanks for bearing with me. It's been a while since I posted. It's going through major transformation in my own life. Really good stuff. Hope things are going well for you too. Thanks for all the love. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of love while I've been gone. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can find all that info down below. I am very much open now. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. I feel like you're dealing with some disappointment. It could even be as serious as emptiness, depression, feeling really numb, not being able to even have gratitude for your blessings, which I think is extremely painful. I think you're feeling a lot of guilt, kind of putting a lot of stuff on yourself that isn't your fault. You're kind of taking on more than your fair share, and I'm just feeling like you're emotionally overwhelmed to the point of shutdown. So I do feel like you're kind of a lot of this has to do with an emotional connection here. I think at one point it really made you happy. It really made your heart light up, and I think it made you feel like yourself, like you would come home. But I think you lost it, or there's definitely some sort of emotional loss around this, and it definitely made it hard for you to keep your heart open. But I think that whenever this happened, or whenever this kind of thing has happened to you, it's made you feel like you just, I think you still want to reach out. You still want your heart open. You still want to experience something here. And it feels like you're reaching out, to somebody that you have unfinished business with, that doesn't have the same feelings for you. Like this Queen of Cups in reverse feels like they're not reciprocating your feelings. And it's almost like you're looking to them for direction. But really it's you that has been on the right track here emotionally. They're the ones who aren't reciprocating, and it's not your fault. So with the Emperor and the Six of Swords, I feel like there's this real drive within you to move on, to get away from this and to do something different. But I think that this situation almost it eggs you on in some way that makes you kind of want to return to battle over and over again, possibly, because this world in reverse means that this could be a cycle that's been trying to finish for a while, but you haven't been able to fully finish it, and that's all going on underneath the surface here. It's all manifesting as this really broken emotional state where it's like you just feel numb, you feel empty, you feel disappointed by everything and just bored, like nothing can fulfill you or light you up. So with this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like there I think you're aware, like you know of what it is that you need to work on within yourself. I think that you know what your gifts are, like what you're good at, and I think that you're doing a lot of that. You're really putting a lot of effort towards these things. But I think the priority for you has really been um releasing this burden and really working through it. I think that you've done a really good job of this because this is in reverse. Well, well, what Spirit is saying is that, you know, you've put a lot of effort towards it. And it's almost like you're like, it's like you're trying to empty the ocean with like a little bucket or something. Like there's a lot going on. And it's not even that your effort hasn't been worthwhile. It's more that you need to get to the root cause. And with the King of Rods in reverse, I think that you need to be honest with yourself about what really drives you, what your passion is, like what you're really supposed to be doing with your life, like not just what you feel like you're really good at, not just what feels comfortable to you in terms of working on. I think there's something here that makes you feel comfortable, you know? It's like, okay, I can just keep my head down, I can just keep doing this, I can just like keep working at it and something will come from it, you know? I just feel like you're the kind of person who doesn't want to give up, and that's a beautiful thing. But there's something else that needs your attention with this King of Wands. This is like you emerging as somebody who's on mission, who's like very determined, and who knows themselves and goes after what they want and what they deserve, you know, without any hesitation. There's like this bravery, this bravery, like to like, you know, achieve victory. Like you don't get to this Six of Wands without, you know, putting yourself in the fire, you know? And I feel like you are that person. I feel like you are that person that wants to try, that wants to put effort forward, that wants to see what will come if you just give things a shot. And that's a really beautiful thing. So let's see what the difficulties are in this situation. Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the Temperance in reverse. Let's see what else is going on here. I feel like the difficulty here is that you've bought into a lot of illusions, and there's a lot of things hidden here in your subconscious with the Moon card that are wearing you out. Like you're just really, really weighed down. It's like this dread, this existential dread that's just making you, it's like you know what to expect, like you just know too much. And because of that, it's like, I think because you know what to expect, it's almost like you're manifesting it. You're manifesting your worst fears over and over again because you just feel like you know too much. It's almost like you're too wise or too intuitive for your own good. And I feel like you're really trapped in this. And with this Lover's card here, I feel like there's this deep pull towards something that's meant for you, that feels right, that makes you feel like you're home with this Lover's energy. And with the Eight of Swords, I feel like you're having trouble making a choice because one of the cards that actually came out here is the Two of Wands. So I feel like subconsciously you maybe don't feel like you have a choice. Maybe you feel like you're trapped in the same cycles or the same circumstances, but you're not. You actually do have a choice. And as long as you follow your heart and choose for love, this isn't going to be as hard as you're making it for yourself. I feel like you're making this harder for yourself than it needs to be. And that's why you feel so out of whack and out of balance and completely impatient. With the Seven of Pentacles, you're really struggling here with patience and with finding your center, you know, finding your core frequency. You just feel really out of sorts. And I think that you feel kind of like at the mercy of other people's energy and their desires. It's almost like you feel like you're not even in control of how you're showing up in the world, or like how you're reacting, because what other people want trumps what you want. And that's why you've been so numb, for so long. It's like you haven't felt like you haven't given yourself permission to feel your own emotions and to feel what it is you really truly want. So you have the Two of Rods here, which means that you do have this challenging decision to make. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy to make this decision, because it's almost like that you can't avoid your destiny. You know that you're being pulled in this direction, but I don't think that you feel worthy of it, or I think that you're worried that maybe your destiny isn't something that you actually want. I think that's what it is. I think that you're worried that the direction you're being pulled in isn't going to fulfill you or satisfy you. And I think you have the wrong idea about what fulfillment and satisfaction actually is. I think that there are some things in your life, like it could be drinking, it could be some kind of substance that kind of like numbs your emotions, with this Nine of Cups here, that makes you feel like in the short term that you're having fun, or that something creative is happening, something good is happening. But realistically, it's like just surface level stuff. There's all this hidden stuff that I've already talked about that is the real substance of what's going to lead to your happiness. But it's like it's not going to happen overnight. And because of that, I think that you sense that there's something off about it. It's like you're having a lot of trouble embracing what's meant for you. And it wouldn't be meant for you if it wasn't actually going to fulfill you or satisfy you. That's not how that works. It's not like we sacrifice ourselves, when we incarnate here. With the Ace of Wands, wow, I feel like there's a lot of unexpressed passion and desire within you that has nowhere to go. You have all this energy, all this drive, all this determination that just has nowhere to go. And I think that you're often led by this energy, and that's why yes, you may get a lot of attention. I feel like this Ace of Rods within you is very magnetic. Like people see that. It just kind of like your energy kind of goes everywhere, but I feel like it's preventing you from fully stepping into who you're meant to be. Because I haven't really seen a lot of Cups cards here. Like the only one I've seen, has been the Four of Cups and this Nine of Cups in reverse. So let's see what the opportunities are here. I think this is a part of you, but it's not all of you. And that's the issue. Let's see what the opportunities are here. Gosh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Strength card. So I think there's an opportunity here to be vulnerable and feel like it's safe to be vulnerable without having to like have any kind of hard outer shell, or push beautiful things away. I feel like that might have been a coping mechanism here. And it's almost like this Ace of Rods energy, this like really intense energy that other people pick up on. It's like, I think you're glad that it's so intense because it kind of automatically weeds people out or pushes them away. I think that people are just really drawn to you. And you're mistaking people being drawn to you for like things that are actually going to fulfill you, like what's actually meant for you. And it's like you don't realize that you have a choice. You get to choose who you share your energy with, who you collaborate with, who you connect with. You're not at the mercy of just like what other people want. I feel like you have the opportunity to heal some really deep-seated wounds here, to move on, from toxicity from the past. I think there's a lot of resentment here towards people that you thought cared about you. And, people abandoning you. I think that instead of abandoning other people, you're going to realize that what's happening is you've been abandoning yourself. And that's what's going to kind of give you this relief from this stress and this anxiety that's been sort of like clogging up your mental space. And then you have the Empress card. So that's an opportunity to really emerge as like this really beautiful, vibrant version of yourself, to really feel connected without feeling drained, really be able to offer up yourself on your terms, and being able to just grow and evolve in exactly the way that you want to and at your pace, and not feel like you have to be rushed or be on other people's timelines or live up to other people's expectations. It's like what you want, you get. You have that power. And then you have the Star, which is about going after what it is you really truly want, what's like your heart's desire, like your real true wish, not the desires that have been implanted in you by others, not picking up on other people's what other people want from you, not just doing things because you're good at them, but doing things because it makes you feel alive and it makes you feel good. The Star card is relief. It's like being able to really truly rest and heal and take things slow. The Devil card in reverse, definitely overcoming a major internal struggle around, it could be addiction, it could be just numbing yourself in other ways, maybe not with a substance, but maybe with other people, distracting yourself from your own wounds and your own pain. I feel like this Devil card is you not being a slave to this anymore. There's nothing left to really distract you from who you really are and your dream. I feel like this Empress card is being able to create a version of yourself that's authentic to you. Like you get to really start over and you get to reach for the stars, and sky's the limit, you get to be you. So let's look at next steps. Aww. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Hierophant in reverse. So I feel like you're really doing away with your old way of doing things. Moving forward, things are going to go a lot slower at a pace that you can really enjoy and handle, because you have the Knight of Pentacles here. You're going to take it one day at a time, maybe even one breath at a time, whatever it is that you need, to sort of get used to your new normal. Because that's really what's happening here, is that you are getting that go ahead to move forward in the direction of your dreams and what it is that you want. So you have the Page of Rods here in reverse underneath, because I feel like you're leveling up. You're going from this Page of Rods to this Queen of Rods, like very magnetic, very attractive to what's meant for you, and you're discerning about what you actually like, who you actually share your energy with, and who gets access to you. It's like it's not a given anymore. I feel like you're doing like there are exercises you can do with your aura to like bring your energy closer into your body. Like sometimes people go to healers and they've never gone to a healer before, and they can sense that their aura is just like super far away from their body, like they've never had anybody like try to bring it in as a way to like just sort of keep you feeling closer to yourself and make it easier for you to actually explore your inner world. If your aura is just like all over the place, that's why you're picking up all this other stuff from other people. So I don't personally know how to do that, where to direct you that, but that message came through because for one of you or some of you, that message will resonate so strongly that you'll try to figure out how to do it and you'll get some help and figure out how to like get your aura back closer to your body. And you have the World. So feel like this might have come out before, but maybe it was trying to come out in reverse. I do feel like, yeah. So now it's coming out in the upright, and it's like not fully there. Like, I don't think you're fully past this cycle. You have to do some kind of like internal searching and some internal work. Like, some things need to be let go of, but you have like it now. It's more possible if you take these opportunities. It's going to be more possible for you to close out this cycle, learn your lessons, and graduate from this phase of your life. And it might be like you're phasing out cycles that have to do with more than just this life, that are bigger than just this one. I feel like with the Justice card in reverse, you may be cutting off contact with somebody, or you may be avoiding having a hard conversation because you're worried that you won't be able to really get your point across. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like you are trying to free yourself from something that's very difficult to free yourself from. And I think what you need to realize is that you're not alone. Like, you don't have to go it alone. You don't have to figure this out by yourself. And I think you have a fear of other people controlling you and getting more than they deserve from you, because that's what you've experienced in the past. And with this Two of Cups in reverse, it's almost like if another connection tries to come at you with that kind of same energy, you'll cut it off before it even starts. But I think you have to kind of go through all of your relationships and look at the ones that really make you feel like home, really make you feel like a resonance, really make you feel seen and heard and understood, and let go of the ones that make you feel trapped or make you feel manipulated or make you feel like you're a slave to what they want from you. That's so important. You're really honoring your own heart. You're really honoring what's right for you. You're putting yourself first. It's really that simple. So we have the Page of Pentacles here. So I feel like, again, you're just really taking things slow, but I think that you are trying to navigate the world from a fresh perspective. And I think that you are really careful about what you're like touching. It's weird because like we're in the quarantine, you're not supposed to be like touching things, but I think you're going to be like very careful about like who you make offers to in terms of like giving your physical energy or your physical presence to, or even like tangible things like your energy or your time. You're going to be more deliberate, and you're going to be more selective, and it's because you know that you deserve the best. It's because you have this newfound sense of self-worth. And with that, I'm getting that you're like, there's boundaries there. You have more to give to the people who really deserve it, which is really beautiful. And that makes you happy, because I think you've been spread too thin with how many people have been like demanding your time and energy, where like maybe people have been disappointed here and there because they haven't been able to get who they know is the true you. They've only gotten like a watered down version or like a reactive version that isn't you. That's really beautiful. I feel like this is you, like, because you've always been capable of expressing this Empress energy. And we're in, Taurus season right now. We're in the spring season where we are kind of all blooming and emerging, but I think that you've been in a darker place probably longer than anybody else, and you deserve this ability to like create this version of you more so than a lot of other people, I think, around you especially. You deserve this a lot. With the Knight of Swords, I think that there are going to be some tough conversations that you have to have, and I think there's going to be this sort of tendency like that you're kind of going back to just like be impulsive and just like say things or just like put things out there, just like go after things really quickly. But again, I think that underneath, like, what is really going to get you to where you want to go is just taking things slow. So I think you're going to have this internal battle between like wanting to go as fast as possible or as slow as necessary. And then you have the Moon in reverse. So like you're really coming out of a lot of really intense illusions. You're gonna see time and time again over time that this Devil energy, it's not coming back. It may try to, but you have the defenses and the boundaries necessary to see that this is not for you. That these illusions, that the wishy-washy, confusing type of energy, you don't want that anymore. Like, you want clarity. You want everything out in the open. You want freedom from the things that were numbing you, that were making you feel like this Four of Cups energy. It was like you thought you were numb, but really what was happening is that you were overwhelmed. You had way too much to deal with. And now it's like you're dealing with things step by step, time over time, at a pace that you can handle, that works for you. You have the Three of Cups. And when you reemerge and you really get to decide who you want your energy to go to, you're going to find your soul family. You're going to find friends that really love you and care for you. I think that, yeah, I'm feeling like you'll be able to experience social interaction in a much healthier way. And this goes beyond just like friends and soul family. This means like acquaintances or random people that you come across. You have a much healthier way of connecting to these people, or not making those connections in the first place. Like you'll have your energy so much closer to your body that decision won't be made for you. You'll have much more control. So I think you're going to keep your circle a lot smaller. You're going to be a lot more discerning about who is around you and who you give your energy to. And because of that, you're going to actually have the ability to receive the love and energy that you deserve in your life. It's not just about what other people want and need from you. It's about what you want and deserve. So that's really beautiful. I feel like you're really finding your people. You're really, emerging as this much healthier version of yourself. I feel like a lot of this is about just getting healthier, mental health wise, and all. When the mental health gets there, then the emotional health gets there, and the physical health gets there, and the spiritual health gets there. It's like all these different parts of yourself are kind of like catching up to the others, so that holistically you're on the right path. Really beautiful. I've been loving these readings this month. I'm loving that. So we have faith in the process. I think this is honestly the healing that you're receiving here is an answered prayer. I think that deep down you've always had faith in the process. I think there were times where you felt like giving up, but you didn't. And that's really beautiful. I think that your faith, your perseverance has been rewarded here. This is what you've been praying for. It may not come in the form that you thought, but you're bringing it into form anyway. What you've been praying for is real. And it's like they have that expression, like you need to pray with your feet. Like you've been putting in the work without even realizing it. Or maybe you were realizing it, but maybe you were discounting it. Maybe you thought like it was just small things that you were doing, but those small things that you did added up to something really, really big. And what you've always wanted is meant for you. This is the star in this deck, basically. What you want wants you. Like you are magnetically attracted to each other. You and your desires. What's really going to fulfill you. It's like this unconditionally loving energy that's coming at you. You have to listen for the truth. You can't be in a place of denial anymore. You can't stuff down difficult lessons. You can't avoid the difficult work. You just got to stop and listen and take the advice, take the guidance that's coming to you from within. Be the hunter, not the hunted. This is about you being more in control of your energy and where it flows, instead of just feeling like you're at the mercy of what's coming at you. And also feeling like you're being taken advantage of. This hunted energy makes me feel like, you've always been on guard for people taking advantage of you. And now it's like you're not using that to take advantage of other people at all. Like I think you're a good person. I just feel like when it comes to being the hunter now, it's more like you are 10 steps ahead of where other people are at. Like you can see their intentions coming a mile away, and instead of just giving into it because you think you don't have any other choice, you're choosing to stay in your power. It's beautiful. In the world, not of the world. So instead of feeling just completely enmeshed with everything and everyone, you have this beautiful sense of like sovereignty and individuality and purpose and free will. Like you kind of just like taking your power back and feeling more yourself than ever, feeling free, feeling like you're thriving. You're going to see a lot of abundance coming in. You're going to see a lot of opportunities opening up for you because you're in alignment, you're in the flow. So love it, guys. Really, really love it. And if you see a lot of birds, like this is what I was really looking at hard there. The bird, I've been seeing a lot of them too. I feel like that's like an indication that freedom has always been available to you. You just had to trust it. You just had to trust that that was your path. So I think that maybe the freedom seemed too good to be true. Ooh. But it's not. It's what you prayed for, and you get what you pray for once you just really trust that you deserve it. Divine discernment. Step back to find clarity. Loving it. And it's 13, the number of death. The old ways are dying. To the one who can perfectly practice inaction, all things are possible. Ernest Holmes. Take a breather and honor your yin feminine nature. This is not always easy to do in a culture that honors and celebrates the yang, strive mode. While turning up its nose at the virtues of the yin qualities of flow and letting go, in yang mode we get things done. In yin mode we fill our tank and reflect on our larger vision and purpose, so when it is time to move, we do so with precision. If we are to live in balance, we need both action and reflection. There are times to do and times for inaction. To know which mode is most appropriate, step back and practice discernment. That's what this is all about. Taking a break from the grind and from just being in the throes of all the change and all other people's stuff. Taking a step back to just see it all for what it is and be able to see yourself for who you are in the midst of all that. So yeah, really loving this reading. Hope it helped. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can find that information down below. Love you guys. Bye.